Two staff are being laid off. Should I offer to be one of them? Hmm. As the title goes, there's going to be two redundancies after Christmas. I was going to try to get into a different career early next year, anyways. The payout would last me about 2 months, but would put pressure on me to find something within that time. Should I take the offer of one of the redundancies or see if I can keep my job and work on my next steps with more financial stability? Okay, so it sounds like that there is a severance, there is a payout for 2 months, but mm, so mm, that's that's a difficult situation. I would say no. I wouldn't volunteer for a layoff like this without something else in hand. Now, you said it's two redundancies after Christmas. What's your timeline? Maybe what I'd say is if you're going to find a new career path anyways, you should start looking for it now. And then if you find it by the time that the redundancy comes up, then yeah, go ahead, move into your new role. But I wouldn't volunteer to be unemployed, especially the way that the market is going right now. It seems like that we are in a recession, and it might be a, difficult to find a job after Christmas. We were really in a little bit of an uncertain time right now, in my opinion, whenever it comes to the career place and economically. So I wouldn't at this stage and where we are right now, I would not volunteer to take place in a layoff, especially if you don't have a financial backstop, which it sounds like you don't, other than the 2 month severance that they would offer you, and you don't have a career backstop, which you don't have another job lined up. So in these times, I would not volunteer to be part of a layoff. But, you know, what I would say is if you want to make the switch and you wanted to look for a new job anyways, go ahead and start looking, and then if it works out, it works out. But I would not, worst case scenario, you miss out on 2 months of severance. Sorry, that would be the worst case scenario if you just kept the job and started looking. The best case, the best case scenario is if you quit the job, is that you get 2 months severance and then you have a new job, but you don't know what that income's going to be, and so, but maybe you get a job with better income. But the worst case scenario, if you take the severance offer, is you end up with 2 months severance, no job, and then you're scrambling, and you might end up finding a job not in the field that you want to pivot to with lower income. So I would say whenever it comes to a career jump like this and jumping ship, you want to really make sure that you have solid ground to jump off onto before you leave. So I know that 2 months seems tempting. 2 months of severance seems tempting. And maybe they'll make the decision for you and lay you off anyways. But I wouldn't volunteer for it at this point in time, not with the information that you've presented. So I do think that you should go ahead and start looking for that next stop in your career. Definitely, 100%. You should definitely start looking, but I wouldn't jump in the middle of a firing line to go ahead and sign up for a layoff without anything lined up. So that's just my 2 cents, but I wish you the best of luck with that.
On arrangements, they heard the kid in 50 countries. Thank God that's amazing. But I'd rather thank Spotify, they put me on the station.